money, your lab. You got nothing. Square one. But you know the business. And I know the chemistry. I'm thinking maybe you and I could partner up.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Gunk or BB, and hopefully, I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but hopefully we're back to schedule and we are caught up with the battles that I missed. I had a lot of trouble with, well, now I have trouble with my hair, but I had trouble with like the audio and the video. It wasn't syncing and the video was a disaster. I just couldn't put it out like that, so I just chopped it and yeah, so you can see it's lower quality. And my hair right now, what's going on? I'm leaving this in because I don't care. I think it's funnier. But anyway, I think we're back, and I think this is a very good battle. So you're gonna watch it and you're gonna like it. Intro's over. This is me banging. I am on my knees right now. You are gonna watch the battle and you're gonna like it. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're gonna watch the battle. You're gonna leave a like, you're gonna share it to your mom, father, sister-in-law. They're all gonna watch it. And they're gonna like it. What am I doing, dude? Dude, okay. All seriousness. It's a very good battle. I've been building in my head against my opponent, Chris. I mean, I have nothing against him. It's not like that. It's just that very early on, we made a trade. We traded... I made a funny intro with it, probably. We traded Gothitel for Spathra because he wanted a Breaking Bad Team, which I had to. And also, I think I like Spathra more than Gothitel in my team. Even though I have Regieleki, but I'm not that lame. I'm not gonna use Gothitel Regieleki. I mean, what is this? What is this? You think of me? A guy opens the door with Regieleki Gothitel and you think of me? No. I am the one who traps. Doesn't even make sense. Whatever, dude. Let's go into the battle. Please. Let's just stop. Alright. This battle, like I said, is very good. I've been looking forward to battle Chris the whole season because we did that trade early, and I'm like, I gotta make sure I don't lose to the Gothitel I just gave him. So I am Shedshell, Aaron Valiant. I am mixed, but mostly special. We have defensive Hydreigon with Nasty Blood and also U-turn to attacks. Ring target trick on Spathra, but I am also Calm Mind. The whole thing here is to trick either Goldango or Tinglu so that my guys can hit them super effectively. Or, well, in the case of Tinglu, so I can Volt Siege around as they don't have a good electric resist otherwise. Lagging Tail Tera Ghost on the Clodsire so that I can escape Gothitel. And my Lagging Tail is because both Sneasler and Goldango have like Trick and Switcheroo, and I would like them to have that item instead of what, you know, if they're trying to make me choice look, I might as well give them something in return. Helmet on Corviknight so that I can chip the Sneasler. I am Roost and Taunt. Of course I'm Roost, I don't know what I'm mentioning that, but I am Taunt to prevent hazards on my side as well as possible Healing Wish from Enamorus. Regieleki is supposed to be our win-con here. If we can get the ring target on the other side, we are Rapid Spin, Electric Terrain, and 2 attacks. Electric Terrain because we can actually beat everything up. Quote-unquote beat everything. You guys know what I mean. It's just really hard to switch into it. So, I am leading Clodsire because I'm predicting the Tinglu lead. And turn 1, I am going to Toxic, because if you are in front of Clodsire, you're most likely just gonna set up hazards. So I have no problem staying here. There's no way you Earthquake when I have 2 switch-ins. So yeah, the plan here is to possibly get a Toxic here and trick the ring target to either Goldango or Tinglu. Most likely Tinglu, as that is, you know, what I'm actually going for. But if I get Goldango, that's still pretty good because that means I can Rapid Spin, and that also means I can Close Combat spam. So yeah, here getting a Toxic on Tinglu would be amazing, as well as getting hazards. They go hard into Gothitelle. So here I get a Toxic on it, which is pretty good. I do not know what item this is, but I am expecting something along the lines of Choice Scarf or Choice Item, so that I can be Choice Locked and they can start like commanding up and stuff. So I'm just gonna Tera Ghost so I can escape next turn, and I'm gonna set up my spikes. Again, Tera Ghost is so I can escape. This makes me weaker to Goldango, I realize that, but I rather that than my Clodsire being useless, because being Ghost still makes me check Sneasler pretty well. They go for Nasty Plot. So that means they're not Choice Locked, obviously. I get on my spikes, and here I am unaware, so anything that this Gothitelle goes for, I can survive. And I think now they're realizing that I'm not trapped here. So I'm thinking I could possibly just go into Hydreigon, try to scare them off and get momentum with U-turn, or I can stay in an Earthquake since nothing they can go for can actually harm me. But I decide to just go Hydreigon, because seeing that I'm Ghost, I'm expecting them to think like I'm just gonna stay in. I go Hydreigon on the side shock, which is pretty good. And now I get a free U-turn. They actually stay in, which means now I have to go into Clodsire, because the only reason this stays in is because they're Culver, probably. And not only that, but they could rest, or they could hit me super effectively. And I know the only move they have for that is Focus Blast, so I'm just gonna go into my Clodsire here, as they do go for Focus Blast, and of course I am immune to it. This leads me to believe that they're not Rest, as they would have clicked it before. That's not 100% true, but that's what I'm banking on. And considering they only went for Side Shock, that means there's no Shallow Ball. And yeah, as you can see, they're just Thunderbolt. I get Parrot, which is unfortunate, but I am able to get my Spike here. So, Nasty Plot 3 attacks Gothitelle. I am assuming Resist Berry. Pretty good Bring, but I have the Tera Ghost, so I can always switch out. I'm also unaware, so not exactly sure how that was supposed to beat me. Maybe Psyshock does more than I realized, but it shouldn't do too much. This Tera Ghost Clodsire actually puts in a lot of pressure. It's just such a good type. Sneasler can't kill me. Tinglu can't kill me either. And I threaten pretty much everything with a Toxic. And the things I can't Toxic, mainly Sneasler and Goldango, I can Earthquake, so that's also not good. I go Skinny Pete, which is the Cyclus art. Another good thing about me being Ghost is that I cannot allow this person to spin, because the spikes are one of the biggest win cons that I have, or, you know, conditions that I have. They knock off my lagging tail, I know they're like scratching their head, like, what's going on? But yeah, I just get damage on this. Mainly because I don't know what this could be. This could be setup for all I know. But saying knockoff makes me think that this is just like support mon, you know, supposed to come in, knock things off, rapid spin, and then switch around and get the regenerator. So I'm just gonna Toxic here to keep... Wait, I think I recover first. Well, let's see here, because that knockoff's not doing a lot now that my item's gone. But yeah, this is also good for Cyclosaur. I'm actually surprised I went into it. I'm guessing Goldengo didn't kill from there. Do I get a recover off? I am paralyzed, so I don't want to risk a lot of that going on. I'm just gonna Toxic and put this thing on a timer so that I can stop the rapid spinning and the regenerator, sorry. Because if I can cancel out the regenerator, I can deal with rapid spinning better. And here I'm just going to sack my Clodsire. I recover in case I take it, but I am at 57 HP, so... But yeah, I would like all of my items on my Pokemon. The only one would be like Iron Valiant, but if I let him knock off my Valiant, there's a pretty interesting interaction here. Because now, I am gonna go Iron Valiant. And I need my item because I don't want him to know that I'm not Choice. This is very good. I want him to expect me to be Scarf or maybe Specs or something along those lines. So here, in the off chance that he sacrifices this, expecting to get a spin-off, I am going to Thunderbolt, as that will kill. It will gives him the spin, but there's not a lot I can do if they decide to do that. And if it switches into Goldengo, which is what I'm expecting, it's still damage. As opposed to Shadow Ball, which if this thing stayed in, well, it will get the spin, and yeah, it's not good. I want him to go Goldengo and take neutral, basically. But if he stays in, I still want to kill it. This thing has Regenerator, man. You can never... It's gonna linger. That's the most broken ability in the game. So they go Goldengo. And with the Thunderbolt damage, I can gauge that this is a bulky variant. I paralyze him, which is so unfortunate. There's no boots, there's no lefties, so this is probably also a resist berry. I'm gonna go for Shadow Ball because I'm expecting a recover. Because if this is your into Iron Valiant, you need this to be healthy, and you are not leftover, so you pretty much have to recover here. I am thinking about it because this is a pretty tough turn. I could potentially lose my Iron Valiant here. But like I said, it doesn't make sense to click anything other than recover on his side. You need Goldengo healthy. So they stay in. Go for Shadow Ball. And yeah, that tells me all I need to know. I lowered the special. This is huge as well. I don't quite knock it out, but I know that they're not gonna risk the recover this time. They're 100% going to attack here. So I go back into my Hydreigon. I also just revealed that I'm not Choice Look, but I think that's okay at this point of the battle because I'm forcing him to attack me here and not recover. If I switch earlier, this thing will be at full HP, is what I'm getting at. This is a pretty good hit on Hydreigon, but I am pretty bulky, so I can take it. Here, I think I U-turn. I mean, there's no way Goldengo stays here. Do I really Dark Pulse? Oh. I Dark Pulse, yeah. I guess it's because I'm playing so crazy. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe this guy will stay in on me. I already showed the U-turn, so that is also pretty obvious play. So I go for Dark Pulse. Obviously, it does nothing, but I am getting lefties. This is pretty important. But yeah, now I can U-turn. Thinking about nasty plotting, but I don't think it's the time just yet. I mean, ideally I nasty plot as the Tinglu comes in, rather than in front of Tinglu, because +2, even +4 doesn't knock this out. So I just go Valiant here so that I can start getting stuff going. Remember how that Goldengo was low? Yeah. Comes the rocks. And here I can pretty safely just go for Moonblast. I think it's Rash Nature. It's like minus defense plus special. Or minus speed F, it's one of them. But regardless, I am plus, I'm like max. But this Moonblast is gonna hurt. Funny enough, I don't think Tinglu dies to this because it's Tinglu. It depends on the set. I am expecting it to be especially defensive. So yeah, Moonblast into the Goldengo. Yep. But remember how last turn we made it so this guy had to recover and then attack me? Because of that, he's not max HP, and now it's pretty obvious that Shadow Ball's gonna kill it. So I'm gonna click Moonblast. They withdraw. Whatever switching into this does not resist Fairy. They go into the Stick Wizard. That means the hazards are here to stay. This will obviously die to Moonblast. There's absolutely no way you take this. And down goes the Stick Wizard. A crit for good measure, not that it matters, but you know. Taron Valiant, putting in work as always. Here I'm looking pretty good. There are two things that can come in on here, and here's one of them. Sneasler. It takes hazards, so I know it's not boots. Gotta say, I notice a lack of boot on the other side, considering I have hazards. I don't think Cyclizar is that reliable, at least not against my team, but maybe, I mean, I don't think they were expecting Tera Ghost anyway, so. You just gotta watch out for the spikes, that's all I'm saying. Cyclizar is an interesting bring though. I'm not gonna say that's like a bad bring. It is, you know, it does what it does. I definitely wasn't really expecting it. I was more so preparing for an offensive one. Just because it can Tera, which is actually kind of scary. But I had a couple things in the back for it. But you never know. It's, you know. Tera is broken. But yeah, I am just gonna go Corv so I can get some chip on this. As this close combat is gonna do a lot. Expected me to switch, very good play. And here, because it did that much, in my mind, I'm thinking this is banded. So here, I'm like, well, just in case I am gonna try to roost. Maybe they don't want to take that much damage. Sneasler looks so cool here. I didn't like Sneasler at all in Legends Arceus. I thought it looked ugly. So yeah, close combat picks me up. And here I am gonna go into my Spathra. Because again, I am thinking this is banded. And now I can start Calm Minding up. Hopefully, because I'm Calm Mind, I can bait the Tinglu into switching in here. I think the ring target is pretty expected. What I don't think is too expected is to be Trick plus Calm Mind. I think that's what's gonna make my opponent go into Tinglu. because they see that I'm setting up, and it's like, ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a double, but it's really not worth it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go for Calm Mind. They're actually not choice, and they do a good chunk on me. So this is very bad. I'm assuming they are something along the lines of Black Belt, or maybe they're just like Adamant or something like that. But that damage on Corviknight was crazy, wasn't it? But yeah, they're not choice, and they get to U-turn into something, which is pretty bad. They go Goldengo though, which I can pick up. It's already taking a lot of hazards, so this is no longer an Iron Valiant switching, which is why he's sacking it. Makes total sense. And yeah, I can just pick this up with a Shallow Ball. Again, I am thinking this is like either Resist Berry or even like Covered Cloak. Yeah. I pick up the Saul Goodman. I don't know if you guys can tell by the nicknames, we both really like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Now, there's a Pokemon that hasn't come out yet, and it gives me a lot of trouble. You know what it is. We all know what it is, and I've been playing accordingly. I planned a lot around this Pokemon because now it can Tera, and it's actually pretty scary. It's a Pokemon that we faced before. It's Ditto, and it's gonna copy me. So a couple things about Ditto. I no longer have a ground type, so Regieleki can destroy me. He just copied Spathra, which can also destroy me. However, I did prepare my Hydreigon to take a +1 in +2 hit. And my Hydreigon's still pretty healthy. It can also copy my Iron Valiant, and my Fairy Resist are now gone. What I'm getting at is that this Ditto is dangerous, and I need to play around it very well. But they just go for Shallow Ball. This gives me a free Hydreigon, as I never died to this. I am calking though, because I need to make sure that whatever I do with Hydreigon makes sense. Meaning, if I U-turn, that could be very bad, because I gotta take 2 Shallow Balls, plus Rocks. So yeah. As it turns out, I just have to Dark Pulse here. Him switching makes sense, but still, I am in a position where I probably shouldn't predict that. Looking at that Surf. Did I click Surf? I don't remember. I clicked Surf on Tinglu. Oh, that's pretty good. Damn, I'm amazing myself. I'm guessing the thought process here is that +1 Shallow Ball doesn't kill Regieleki anyway, so I just need chip on this. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, you really shouldn't stay in here as a Spathra. So here comes Tinglu. It's gonna take hazards, and it's gonna take a Surf. Now, Surf doesn't do a lot, but it's very important, because we have Regieleki in the back. Basically, what this gives me is a turn to set up a Nasty Plot. The moment this thing goes down, Regieleki can put in a lot of work. So, I am gonna go ahead and Nasty Plot. It's all about getting this Tinglu off the board. I am very much thinking about it. This part of the battle was pretty heated. I remember I was like sweating and stuff. Because Ditto, oh, you have to like really think about it. But yeah, I Nasty Blood. I know what you're thinking. You're setting up when the other guy has a Ditto. By the way, I know Body Press doesn't kill. Because I am defensive. Like the whole point of me setting up here. So here I can pick up a kill. The only thing that will take this will be... Well, Tinglu actually takes this, but like I said, you want Tinglu to be healthy for the Regalecki. Goes into Jesse Pinkman. This is dead. Obviously it's taking hazards. Alright, so the reason I set this up, again, to get damage on Tinglu, but also here's gonna come the Ditto, right? I made my Hydreigon so that it will never be faster than Regalecki if it was Scarf. This is because of Ditto. Not only that, but I know you have to surf here because I have an Iron Valiant. And the moment Iron Valiant comes in, you lose. Here I'm calking just to make sure, but the play here is to go Regalecki because I never die to surf. What this gives me is a way to ball switch and get damage, and then sack Hydreigon so I can get Regalecki in again. So here comes the Regalecki. I am boots, so I don't take damage. Here comes the +2 surf. And I take it. So now I can ball switch out and get the damage that I need for Thunderbolt. This part of the battle is insane. Seriously, I was... Oh man, I was like about to pass out playing this. But I was seeing double and stuff, man. It was so... just frustrating. Not even frustrating, just... tough. Like, these are some good plays I have to make. So I go for Bolt. And here comes... I have to sack... yeah. Alright. So the next series of plays. I am setting this up so I can win with Regalecki, right? So I go into it. If this takes the ball switch, not to mention it's pretty close to being in Thunderbolt range, but if this takes the ball switch, I go into Valiant, and then I can win with Iron Valiant because Tinglu cannot beat it. So I know that you have to switch here. You can't let this go down to Thunderbolt. Or to Ball Switch, whichever. So I switch. Do they switch? They switch out, so now I can get a kill with Moonblast. Now I can kill this with Moonblast. And if he switches out, he becomes Iron Valiant, so he dies to Moonblast. So, what's going on here? Ditto's gonna copy me. It's gonna be Scarf. It's gonna take spikes, but it's not enough. It turns into Iron Valiant. I have to stay in, obviously. If I switch into Reguleki, it dies. But if I stay in, I also die. He is Tera Fairy. Not that it matters. He went from killing 20 Iron Valiants to killing 50 of them. But yeah, this is a Scarf Ditto that turned into Iron Valiant, and I have no Moonblast Resist anymore. And I'm down to a 20 HP Reguleki. Pretty tough. Here I'm messing up with the Hulk a little bit, because if everything is how it should be, my Iron Valiant with a Scarf should not be faster than a Reguleki. That's the endgame I was working for. I made it so Iron Valiant could never outspeed me, because I knew that Moonblast was gonna hurt. And Reguleki comes in and wins the game. Man, this battle was intense. Alright. The way I was just trying to play around the Ditto, making sure that he will never copy the things that I didn't want him to copy into the Iron Valiant copy, into Reguleki outspeeding. Man. Anyways, good game to Chris. He's doing pretty good, so we might see him again in playoffs. And goodbye.